This is Inside the Jaguar Nation, presented by Russell Law Firm.
Oh, that's right. Welcome on into Inside the Jaguar Nation. I'm Morgan Beard alongside Aaron Lee. And this show, we're talking Taste of the Jag all show long. Isn't that right, Aaron?
Yeah, that's right, Morgan. But we do have some news to talk about. Well, good news for Southern Athletics and Southern University as a whole. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get to the
Let's go right now.
Taste of the Jag was this past Thursday night, and it was locked and loaded with great food from several vendors and restaurants around the Baton Rouge area. It was a time for fellowship with coaches, alumni, and it was hosted by Latangela from Max 94. Chris Jones co-hosting a little bit. And there was a great band, as well as the Battle of the Chef's event, which was intense, by the way, Morgan.
I believe it. I believe it.
And it was a successful event, as always.
I tell you what, it's a great event. It's a great event for a good cause. It's always referred to it as my favorite event, just because it allows people from different cultures to come around and enjoy what we all like to do as Louisianians. Eat, party with a purpose. We got a great band. We got Under Armour. Our new partnership was announced. And so it's a great environment. And hopefully, you know, at the end of the night here, we would have raised a ton of money for Southern Athletics.
Well, Taste of the Jag, from what I understand, this is the second year of it. It's my first year at Taste of the Jag, but there's a great turnout tonight. You know, we're really excited to get some funds for the athletic department, which is something that, you know, that we need in this time this year to continue to advance the athletic department and what we're trying to do. But Taste of the Jag is a huge fundraiser for us, and we're really excited to, you know, continue to move forward in the direction that we're trying to do with this event.
Yeah, that's right. And with all the food and music, the goal was to raise funds for the athletic department to fund things such as scholarships. Of course, coaches were on hand to offer their support and to encourage fans and alumni to donate to Southern Athletics. Now, one huge draw at the Taste of the Jag was the Jaguar game-worn jerseys available for sale. Those, including Danny Johnson's #1, sold for $150.
Athletic department, you know, trying to generate some money for us and trying to do things that'll take us to another level. This is my second year coming to it, and it's been awesome. The food is great, the music's been great, the environment has been awesome, and we need more support in our program, and so we can go to another level.
The Taste of the Jag is a great deal because it gets the time to really come out and mingle with our alumni and everything like that. You know, just to show some support. It's a big thing to come out and support us and everything for what we do. Because the more support that we get, the even better thing, you know, better thing we can do.
I think it's a big event for us. It allows us to bring fans out from the community, give back to the community, let them know how much we appreciate their help, and actually give them a chance to see what we're about going down the road.
Oh, that's right. Human Jukebox getting a nice taste of that, as everyone was getting a taste of the Jag last week. But hey, time for our first break. But Aaron, later in the show, you might like that Columbia blue, right, Aaron?
I do like it.
Hey, that color
looks good on me.
Oh, I know it, buddy. Me too. You're not getting all the shine here. It might look a little different though coming up this football season. We have the inside scoop coming for you guys later.
All right, but after that, we have breaking news on the bluff regarding academics and postseason, Morgan. Hey, we'll be right back with more Inside the Jaguar Nation.
You're watching Inside the Jaguar Nation, presented by Russell Law Firm, with Brian Holland, Morgan Beard, Ashley Lyotis, and Aaron Lee.
That's right. Welcome back to Inside the Jaguar Nation. I'm Morgan Beard alongside Aaron Lee, as always. And Aaron, at the top of the show, you mentioned we have a little bit of news to talk about.
Yeah, that's right, Morgan. We have news for the athletic department. For those who are unaware, Southern was on a 5-year probation period, which didn't allow various sports to compete in postseason. The postseason ban was due to Southern's low APR numbers among athletes. But it's a new day on the bluff. It was announced last week that the Jaguars have met the NCAA standards as far as academics, and now all 15 collegiate teams at Southern are eligible for postseason. Here's Athletic Director Roman Bates speaking on that great news.
Well, we had to educate ourselves, and I'm very thankful for Dr. Belton and the administration and the board for trusting in us. And obviously we brought a team of people from the outside in to give us direction, and we worked with the NCAA and particularly Travian Scott who was the athletic director over compliance and academics, played a huge role. And a lot of long hours. The coaches, you know, held to the task. There's a lot of things they wanted to do, but we couldn't do. And, you know, we had to suck it up. Winning is important, but getting eligible was more important. Well, it was a team effort. And, you know, always, Southern is unique in its own way. And Southern University have a lot of influential power as the university. And we had coaches such as myself and Coach Pugh when she was there, Coach Odoms, and all the other coaches, just to call a couple of the names out, that knew the impact of Southern University. And during our toughest time, we still were able to get student athletes to buy into the future. Not necessarily right now, but into the future. And along the way, we were able to win some championships. Speak volumes, you know, because our student athletes have bought into the vision. And our student athletes have really persevered through this. You know, I'm sure people that took shots at us as being postseason bandit and recruited against us, but our student athletes really made this happen. You know, we can talk about what the coaches done, what I done from an administrative standpoint, but they the ones stepped up to the plate and met that challenge.
Yeah, that's right. You heard Roman Banks there talk about the recruiting aspect, and that's some things that a lot of people may not think about. If I'm a team from Prairie View or Texas Southern, I'm telling you, hey, you're not going to be playing in the postseason if you're at Southern. No longer that type of leverage for those schools. Just one of the many positives regarding this, I guess, release of the postseason ban, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of bad because Roman Banks was coaching during the ban, so he didn't get to see the, I guess, glory days as far as a coach, but all the coaches were excited about that. We're going to have more of that later in the show and hear how they're going to use this for recruiting and basically how, like I said, it's a bright rainbow.
Yeah, that's
over
right.
there
Hey, Roman Banks, he was a coach, but now he's overseeing all of it. So in a way, a little more praise, a little more glory to him.
He knows how important it is for Southern that this news came. So.
Awesome. Hey, and what's also great, roll that footage right there, the human jukebox, Aaron, as we listen to each and every week here. But time for first break, or second break, I should say.
All right, coming up later, look, it will be a new season, so it has to be a new look for the Jaguars, right? Find out why.
Yeah, that and a little more, including some more from the coaches about that postseason ban that we just talked about. We heard from Roman Banks. Let's hear from those coaches of those teams that are now eligible for the postseason. More Inside the Jaguar Nation coming right at you after the break.
This is Inside the Jaguar Nation, presented by Russell Law Firm.
That's right. Welcome back to the show. Morgan Beard, Aaron Lee, as we do it every week. And Aaron, speaking every week, you always let us know what's going on around campus. Let's bust out that calendar. What's coming up?
All right, let's take a quick look at that. Hey, Wednesday, June 6th, it's the NCAA Outdoor Championships for track and field. That time to be announced.
All the way in Eugene, Oregon?
Yeah, out there in Eugene, Oregon.
Nice little trip for the track and field teams.
That's Nike Town, right?
No.
We will talk about another brand,
maybe,
another brand, all right? And then moving on, Saturday, June 9th, it's 7-on-7. We also have the O-line and defensive line camp. It's at 8 a.m. and Southern looking for some new talent that day. Now, as you heard earlier in the show, Southern is now eligible for postseason play. It's been a tough road for the university, especially for the student athletes who wasn't there for those infractions when they occurred.
Yeah.
However, it took a team effort to overcome this, Morgan.
Yeah, team effort for sure. It included athletic director Roman Banks, the student athletes, as you mentioned, teachers, coaches, basically everyone at Southern having a hand in this. But on this week's show, we want to honor those coaches who weathered the storm during that probation period and who motivated the student athletes to strive for excellence on and off the field. So, Aaron, this week's Performer of the Week are the Jaguar coaches.
Well, that's an awesome feeling. I've been here for 9 years, and it was looming, and now that we have gone through the storm and we are past it, it feels really good. Like, we have amazing student athletes who work hard every single day, and the fact that they had to pay for things that happened in the past that were beyond our control, it feels really good to know that now we get to go out and compete at a high level for championships, and so the kids know that they have something to look forward to at the end of the season.
Well, it's sort of like you saw at our senior day. The biggest thing we can do for these student athletes is they get that degree. And so when we see a kid go across that stage, when we see our players get their degree, that's really our biggest accomplishment during their playing career. And you saw it in our program. We had 3 outstanding players this year who had great careers, not just a great year, but a great career, who all got their degrees. And so their chances and opportunities in life are going to be much greater because of that single accomplishment.
I mean, me coming in 2 years ago and they was in their last inning of it, and just watching, I mean, my girls and the other players, they get excited to know they could play for something and everything. Being able to play for something, being able to be that team that earn it back, you know, earn them APR points back.
You can only control the things that you're in control of, and that's all we talk about as a staff. And just really getting our guys to buy into our philosophy of what we're trying to do. But at the end of the day, control the things that you can, put a good product out there. And you're right, it's a blessed day. All teams eligible. I mean, it's been a long time, but you know, you chop wood, carry water, you can get to that finish line.
It's a really great feeling for us for having all teams eligible for postseason. As far as being able to play in a regional, particularly for baseball, is a really good thing for us, recruiting-wise. Having more fans, being able to support, it's a big thing for us, and I think it's on growing for us.
It's a great thing. Definitely for recruiting. Now we can just recruit anywhere. You know, other schools can't bad talk us now. You know, as athletes, just letting them know, informing them that hey, you know, we could go to post game play, season play.
As you heard from the coach, all excitement, but every week we're excited to hear the sounds of the human jukebox, and it's time for another break. Later in the show, Southern Athletics has a new deal with a big company, Morgan, that is.
Oh yeah, you're gonna see it. Trust us on that one. Here on Inside the Jaguar Nation, we'll have you covered.
This is Inside the Jaguar Nation, presented by Russell Law Firm.
That's right. Inside the Jaguar Nation, Morgan Beard here, Aaron Lee.
As every week.
Yeah, of course, the Aaron Lee,
that's
as
right,
we like to say. Hey, we talked about some news, but we have even bigger news on the bluff. Aaron, tell us what's going on.
Big time news, Morgan. As we announced last week on the show, Southern Athletics has signed a 5-year deal with Under Armour. They will provide gear for the entire athletic department. Tell us more, Morgan.
Yeah, the deal with BSN Sports, I should say, largest distributor of team sports apparel and equipment in the entire United States, has a partnership with Under Armour, and according to BSN, they are the best in sports. Now, here's how it'll work. Under Armour, the vendor, then BSN, the dealer, and they will distribute to Southern. But for more details, we got a chance to catch up with BSN's regional sales manager, Jimmy Duncan, and trust me, this guy knows what he's talking about.
Things that we look at when we get involved with people like this from an Under Armour standpoint, number one, we are involved with Under Armour big time. We go after schools like a Southern U that has a great tradition. We want to be a part of those guys right here. It's a win-win for us, not only for them also. So, you know, we're not the only guys out here that we're lobbying for this business that we want to do with Southern U. The process probably took 6 to 8 months, long term. Once we got to the table and got them to the table, they saw how committed we were, saw how committed Under Armour was. We wanted their business. Partnership right here. Number one, we're a dealer, BSN Sports. Under Armour is the vendor. So Under Armour sells to us and we sell to Southern U. What we have right now is it's called a My Team shop. It's an online people pay with a credit card. It's something that we run through our company out of Dallas, Texas. We keep the shop open for about 17 days. We'll close it. We'll reopen it again.
Hey, almost as good as that Under Armour deal. The sounds of the human jukebox, and of course, we can't wait football season to hear them live and in action there. But Aaron, we have another break coming up. Tell us what is to come here on Inside the Jaguar Nation.
All right, we have more on the Under Armour deal. We're here from the coaches. So we'll be right back with more Inside the Jaguar Nation.
This is Inside the Jaguar Nation, presented by Russell Law Firm.
Welcome back to Inside the Jaguar Nation. Morgan Beard, Aaron Lee. Hey, we're closing the show down, but before we do that, we're going to stay with you guys for a little bit longer, talking more of that big deal we just talked about before the last break. Under Armour coming to Southern U's campus.
Yeah, we couldn't do a show without talking to the coaches about how they feel with their new partnership with Under Armour. Spoiler alert, they're excited, Morgan.
I think it's a great company. I think it's a great product, and I think our players are going to be excited to be a part of it. You know, it's about a brand, and we're branding ourselves the right way. And Under Armour has a great brand, and we're glad to be partnership with them. And I think we're going to look great. When you look great, they say you play great. And we got a great sponsor in Under Armour.
Under Armour is a huge name, and that's huge for us at our level. A Division I school, HBCU, the first of its kind to have this 5-year contract. It's amazing. Volleyball is one of the lucky sports who has to be 100% Under Armour this year, so it's going to be exciting to see our girls go out in their new gear. And like the coaches are getting excited, we're all going out and purchasing our gear and like ordering our stuff. So it's going to be good to get on the recruiting trail with the Under Armour on.
Well, now we have a brand. You know, it's not Russell now no more. It's not SWAC Universal. We have our own brand. And I think that's going to really make us unique, especially with recruiting, because Under Armour is actually sneaking up on Nike right now. Very popular, and kids can really relate to it because of Steph Curry.
So I believe that Under Armour has great uniforms, great apparel, and I think that the student athletes will definitely like it. As far as options, I'm looking to see a lot more female coaching gear. I know in the past we didn't have a lot of options in that as far as long sleeve polos and things like that, so I'm definitely looking to see more of that.
Yeah, Aaron, you didn't lie. Sean Wood's really excited for Under Armour.
Hey, that's right. That's going to help him out with recruiting.
I like
having
that
brand. Hey, he was really excited, happy, all smiles at Taste of the
If
Jag.
he's anything like that as a basketball coach on the hardwood for Southern, they're going to have the intensity, that's for sure. But of course, having a little Under Armour on your chest also helps. You look good, you feel good, you play good, as Deion Sanders once said. So this thing, a big deal, honestly.
It is a big deal, and I hope they have some great new combinations, maybe like a Columbia blue or gray or something like that. It might be sweet.
I might have to get me a
Roman Banks was still waiting on that gear, okay?
That's right. I forgot about that. Give me a medium. Give me something like that. All right, hey, for Aaron Lee, I'm Morgan Beard. Aaron, as always.
Great show, Morgan.
Good show. We will see you guys next week here on Inside the Jaguar Nation.
Are you ready to discover Southern University? SU is the only historically black college system in the nation. Discover innovation with 32 undergraduate and 23 graduate programs to choose from. Discover excellence with the world-class education provided by highly esteemed faculty and staff. Discover culture. Whether you're cheering the Jags to victory, enjoying the human jukebox, SU has that unique Louisiana culture. So, what are you waiting for?
Discover.
Discover you at SU.